Yeah, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back. We're back today. We're back today, and I have two guys today. I have Adam, who's a City fan, and I have Carl, who's also a City fan, but he has his own channel called Pitch Points. Today it's going to be different as Carl is on my channel. This video is also going to be streaming on his channel on Pitch Points. I don't know how I managed to do that. It's the magic of the software. It's also streaming on Adam's channel, who doesn't even have a channel, but it's streaming on his channel, which is quite weird. But anyway, let me just get the guys in. Welcome, Adam, and welcome, Carl.
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. So, Carl, somehow this software is able to stream this video at the same time on my channel, on your channel, and Adam's random channel. I don't know how that happened. I don't know
Are you
how.
sure? I mean, you sent me an invite, and I was kind of trying to figure out what the invite was. So I don't think it's live on my channel yet. I think I have to link it. I haven't linked it yet, but that's
How
I
did
fine.
you
think
link
so
it?
because
Oh, Adam linked it. I think Adam did link it.
Okay, I
I
haven't
think
linked
that
mine yet.
that's what I might have did maybe.
Yeah, Adam somehow linked it because Adam right now, as we're speaking, is also on Adam's.
Okay,
Uh,
let me try and link mine, and then I'll join. Okay, take me. I'll
okay,
let me try
Alright.
and link.
do that, yeah, do that. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I was like, that's fascinating for you to be doing that, you know.
yeah. So you can do the preamble. Let me try
Hey,
and link mine, and I'll try and join. If I can, I'll
no,
text you.
we're
Just
not
tell
as
I'll text
famous
back.
as Patrick.
Sorry.
I said we're not famous as Patrick.
No, no.
No, no, I'm not
So
famous
yeah,
at
let me go out.
all.
Let me try and link it, and then I'll join you back.
Okay, go ahead, man. Go ahead, Kyle. We're gonna just start off with Burnley, then you join us in a few minutes.
Okay, I will. I will.
Okay, Grant. Okay, cool. Whilst Kyle is trying to link his channel to my channel so that we sort of stream this at the same time. We're just gonna start off, Mr. Adam.
Yes.
Yeah, you and me are just gonna start this off.
Alright.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with the whole match. You know, the
Yeah.
okay, Grant. Are you able to see that?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, Grant. Okay, Adam, we're gonna start off with the Burnley match.
Okay.
So just bear with me for a minute. I'm trying to see what's the best for people to view. Is that better or is this better or
I
that?
think this one, yeah, this one actually no, the one before that was better where people could see it like this.
Okay, this. Okay, Grant. Okay, cool. Or maybe let's try this. Oh, that. Yeah, Grant.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
like
So
that.
we have it. We have it. Sorry, guys. We're just learning how to use this new software. You know. Okay, so what were your thoughts on the match, Adam? You can start off yourself.
It was watching it. It was okay, to be honest with you. It was a game that I expected us to get the 3 points.
You said you expected us to get 3 points. Do you think it was going to be as hard as it was?
Uh, Before, no, but watching the game, you could see where bits where we were a bit hesitant in the attack when we lost the ball.
Okay, okay. Look, for me, I didn't watch the game live, so I had to watch it again yesterday before doing this. So I watched it when I came from work. Uh, it started off great, especially in the first 15 minutes. But what I noticed is Burnley were doing the exact same thing Southampton did to us. They were using two players, Konote, is it Konote or Konote? And
I think
what's
it's Konate, something like
Konote,
that.
yeah, Konote, and I just forgot who was next to him. They were pressing us. I think they were using the two to press us the same way they did against Southampton did. So it looks like people have started using that formula as a way to press City.
Yeah,
Obviously, we made them look good because Edison wasn't there, and Zach Steffen is not as slick as Edison when passing the ball.
yeah,
So we were getting caught out a lot of times. I think if it was Edison, they were not going to be pressing as high as they were because I think they were going to be more scared. But they did cause us a lot of issues. That's what I thought. I don't know how you thought that, but if you saw that they were pressing very well, or is it just because we didn't have Edison? I thought it because we didn't have Edison. What about yours?
to be honest with you, they were on the front foot as soon as we lost the ball. They were on us. Like they had two players. trying to intercept the ball as soon as we lost the ball, and you could sometimes see as soon as say like Riyad Mahrez or Raheem Sterling got the ball, they tried doubling up on them, not to cut the movement for them and to cut down the ball towards Riyad Mahrez, because Riyad Mahrez tends to play good against Burnley, so that's why they tried to take him out of the game.
Yeah, I also noticed that. I also noticed that, and he was struggling for that game, wasn't he too? Because was it just me, but I saw Marius was struggling. I think he was trying too hard. He was trying to
Yeah,
impress. Yeah, he was trying to impress. I think a bit too much. Or was it just me?
he was trying his best, trying too hard to impress to get back into the team. That was what he was trying to do.
Yeah, you're right about that. Anyway, look, I'm gonna just move on to the players that scored. Bernardo Silva. What did you think of Bernardo Silva for this game?
The same old Bernardo Silva just giving his 110%, like always.
Yeah, he played very well. He was again, Carl. I know you didn't watch the game, but again, Bernardo Silva was the best player on the pitch. Uh, what do you think, Carl? Do you think he has to get dropped if Gundogan comes back?
So,
No,
okay, okay. Is it for me or for Adam?
Oh, that's for you, Carl. We're just asking
Oh,
you.
okay.
Just
Okay. So, yeah, I missed most of the game. I missed the first 55, 60 minutes of the game. So I missed the goal that he scored. But you know my opinion on inverted wingers and a low block.
yeah,
Um, I think that once I saw Sterling on the left and Myers on the right, inverted wingers, I knew it was going to be it's going to be difficult, because when you have those two players inverting into traffic in a back four or back six,
yeah,
you're not going to get much chances. I don't know why Guardiola keeps doing it, but the evidence is very clear. We don't do well when we play these two inverted wingers, and what happens? They get the ball, instead of stretching the field wide, they check back into traffic. And what you realize is the fact that watch the game again. Anytime Mahrez and Sterling have the ball and they check back into traffic, the field gets narrower. The pitch
yeah,
gets narrower. And so the 4-4-2 low block has time to correct itself and stop any penetration. And with a false nine in a inverted wingers against 4-4-2, it's going to be very, very difficult. Very
like
difficult.
what like
So
what Carl said. When Gabriel Jesus playing, I've realized that when it's a Gabriel Jesus and Jack Grealish playing, and it's a false nine position, it's quicker for us, and the teams don't quickly go into their position. But when it's Raheem or Riyad, they get into their defensive position quicker. It seems to. It's like Raheem and Riyad, they slow down the ball, like rather Gabriel Jesus does.
So I mean, the difference is here. I mean, here's my opinion, right?
yeah.
So
Go ahead.
I don't
Yeah.
know why. I don't know why. Maybe Pep is trying to copy Liverpool in their inverted, but Mahrez and Sterling are not Mane and Salah.
Yeah,
They're not, right? So let's stop copying the. I mean, when we play natural wingers, we play Jesus on the right, right, or even Sterling on the right, and we play Foden on the left. Foden on the left, we stretch the field. The touch is quicker. The distance is faster. We move the ball quicker. Why? Because it's a natural. It's natural. I know the argument again for the inverted wingers that you can cut in and you can score a goal from the inside that way.
Yeah.
When you have players who are out of form like Sterling, it ain't gonna happen. You can happen open goal, Sterling won't score. He won't score. So maybe he's planning for Tuesday. That's why he played them.
Yeah.
But they were poor. I'm sorry. When I watched, they were very, very poor. Very, very poor indeed.
Okay. And this was the second player, De Bruyne, who scored the second goal. Obviously, guys who are just joining us in the comments, we're first going to start off with the Burnley match. Then after that, we'll go to the Club Brugge versus Man City, which is on Tuesday. Carl is going to talk about the opposition standpoint because he studied them and looked at their weaknesses and their strengths and everything. So for the meantime, guys, in the comments, please get involved. If you're on Twitter, get involved. If you're on YouTube. So we're going to just be talking about the Burnley match. So Adam, what did you think? For me, De Bruyne was not playing so well for me in this game. He hasn't been playing well. Even in the Liverpool game, I wasn't very satisfied. He wasn't what the best
Mm,
midfielder we had. It was actually Rodri and
yeah.
Bernardo. In this game, again, it was Rodri and Bernardo who were standout. It looks like he's still getting back to fitness. It looks like he got
That's that,
tired a
that's
bit.
what that's what's always been with De Bruyne. It's when
Yeah,
he comes back from an injury, he tends to take him like maybe a few games. It's the same thing with Aguero when he had an injury. It take maybe five or few games to get to his match fitness.
yeah, that's actually true. Because look, he's scored the goals for us. Obviously, the goal that seals a game. I know that the Liverpool game was 2-2, but by doing the 2-2, it brought us back. At least gave us a bit of something to take away from the game. He's also scored another goal in the Burnley game. But apart from that, to be honest, for me, I think he hasn't been playing very well at
I
his best.
think
But
Patrick is
hopefully, he comes back.
frozen.
Am I frozen?
No,
Patrick,
you're good, Patrick. You must
Yeah,
be.
I
there's
don't think
no
I'm
audio.
frozen.
It's audio. I can hear him clear, loud and clear.
Yeah,
Carl,
I
can you
think
hear me?
Yeah, I
yeah, we
hear
can
you loud
hear
and
you.
clear.
I think it was your. I think it's yours. It's on your side. Anyway, so for me, that's what I thought. Anyway, I think we've lost Adam. He's gonna come
I
back.
mean,
So
I have some thoughts around De Bruyne, and I mean, yes, he's been injured. It takes time. It's an ankle injury. It
yeah,
will happen. But in the big moments, in the major moments, he delivers.
mm,
Right? If that goal falls to Sterling in that box, we're not scoring that goal
mm,
yesterday. We're not. It's not. It's not going to happen because even though De Bruyne is getting up to speed when he's in front, and it's a left foot shot, right?
yeah,
Sterling ain't scoring that goal. That Liverpool goal out of the box where Kevin De Bruyne scores a goal, Sterling ain't scoring that goal. So while he's not up
Hello.
to speed, right? A half, a De Bruyne with 1 foot for me is better than a Kevin Sterling with 2 feet. It's just so I'd rather play him every game, play him back to form.
yeah. You're right about that. That's what even somebody said. He said, regardless the fact that De Bruyne might be half fit, but he still has moments, and he'll be able to save us, like if the Liverpool game and this game, because some people were wasting time in the box, and he just came in and just hit it because there was a lot of time wasted when people get in the box. They're trying to score that nice, lovely goal. So Carl, I know you're not here, so I'm gonna just share the lineup, and we're gonna just talk about a few things that were happening during the game. So this was the lineup, guys. This is the lineup that Pep went with for the game against Burnley. I don't know if you guys can see the screen yet. Bear
Not
with me
yet.
for a minute. Bear with me for
Still
a
loading.
minute. Jesus,
Yep,
it's
I see
it's
it. I see it.
yeah. So this was the lineup he went against Burnley,
Yeah.
and what was happening during the game, as Carl, you didn't watch it, is Cancelo was sort of, how can I say this? He was free to do whatever he wants. So
Yeah.
Cancelo was not actually playing as right back.
As
He
a
was playing as a right back, but he was found at left. He
Yeah.
was found up here. He was always overloading this area with Maris, trying to overload the fullback, the Burnley
Yeah.
fullback. And every time when playing, we had a flat three of
So Patrick, I
Ake.
want to talk about what you just mentioned. I think it's really really important that City fans understand this
Yeah,
generally. Let's be very clear. I want to explain to you.
yeah. Go ahead. Yeah,
So everybody thinks that we play with a 4-3-3, right? That's what we do.
Mm,
We start with a 4-3-3, but really the average positional play of our players, whether you're playing Cancelo on the right, you're playing Cancelo on the left, or Walker, is a 3-box-3, right?
yeah.
So on the average, and this is, if you watch Xavi's masterclass, there's a video out there which I shared on our WhatsApp channel
Yeah.
called Xavi's masterclass. Xavi explains it very clearly. And in fact, in many of our academy games, you hear them talking about, hey, 3-box-3, 3-box-3. And what they basically do is that it starts off as a back four. But what happens is at any point in time, either the left fullback or the right fullback tucks into midfield, right? Making it a back three, a two, and then two in front of them, two attacking midfielders and a front three. So you almost have a defensive five and an attacking five, but the box is the two and the two. There's a box right there to help with counter attacks, which is why they call it the 3-box-3 or the 3-4-3. But the difference between our 3-4-3 and Chelsea's 3-4-3, for example, is Chelsea plays a back five. We play a 3-box and a three. Three strikers, two and a two, which is why you see many times Bernardo Silva will come and play next to Rodri. That's the bottom of the box. Or you see Walker move up front to make the top of the box in the other two. Or Cancelo, in this case, from the right side, went in midfield to create the second box, second pivot with Rodri to create that bottom box. Then you have a three of Ake, Laporte, and Diaz.
You say
So if you
like
want to put
this?
it clearly, it's really a 3-box-3 or a 3-4-3, but it's the box that they create. Exactly, exactly, exactly. In possession, right? In possession, out of possession, in possession, out of possession. Right. So when we're
Okay.
in possession and Cancelo has the ball and he drifts into the midfield, what ends up happening is that those three, Ake goes wide, Laporte goes central, Diaz goes right, Rodri's next to him. If we lose the ball, it's easier to counter press with a box, right, than it is with Rodri by himself. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's kind of what we end up playing on the average. Dominate the midfield with that four, right, in and out of possession. Again, Xavi's masterclass explains this in great detail of what Barcelona does, his club does in Qatar, and what we do basically as Man City. Go ahead.
Okay, Grant. That's basically, you're right about that, because that's what we were that's what we were watching the whole time, because he
Yep.
Cancelo was never at right back. He was always moving about, and
He was
as
all
I
over
said,
the pitch.
yeah, yeah, right. And there was a point in time he was at the left hand side, so he was everywhere. He was just given freedom to do whatever. I think when Cancelo is given freedom, he does so much damage, because he's a very dangerous player. The passing is good. Yes, he lost a few balls, but that's part of, I think, what Guardiola likes. At least he can take a risk as a player. So
Yeah.
that was basically the starting 11, and we all know that the score was
Yeah.
2-0. 2-0, and we kept a clean sheet. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
And Patrick, actually, this is really good because I want to clarify one more thing. So look at that box in the middle: the Bernardo, Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, and Cancelo. When Cancelo moves forward into that De Bruyne space, somebody drops back into Cancelo's space.
Mm.
When Rodri is moving with the ball left or to the right, let's say moves up to the left side, who drops back down? Who drops back down? Bernardo Silva,
Ronaldo.
right? Which is why we see
Yeah.
Bernardo Silva all over the whole place, but
Yeah.
predominantly on one side of the field. Because that box is very fluid. One goes forward, one comes back, one goes back, one goes forward. That's the way they kind of operate, generally. In terms of
Basically interchanging.
yeah, those four are basically the box that moves around the whole field and they interchange between themselves all the way through. Now, out of possession on the counter attack, which is why Cancelo sometimes we found wanting because he's so tucked in and there's a counter attack against Diaz that he's running back and doesn't get the opportunity to defend.
Yeah.
It's the way that City wants to play. It's the way Guardiola wants to play.
Yeah,
So
cool. Yeah. So as I said, the match was 2-0, and Stefan saved us, because Burnley were about to score, but Stefan
Man. Hey.
stopped the goal from
No.
going in. The only thing I can say about Stefan is he's a very good shot stopper, but I think it's very difficult for him, because he's coming into a team where there's somebody like Edison who can play out the ball, like who's one of the best, not if the best, to play out the ball from the back. So I think that's the only thing that Stefan has to polish on. But as a shot stopper, I think Stefan is very, very good, because that Konote through on goal, most keepers, that's a goal, So he backed
yeah.
himself and he stopped it. So look, we're gonna move to
Yeah,
the
the thing about Stefan, Patrick, real quick about Stefan
yeah.
is Stefan is one of the best shot stoppers probably in European football, and this is
Mm.
not common. This was even when he was at Columbus and when he was in Germany. His specialty and as a US keeper is shot stopping. That's what he does very well.
Mm.
His distribution is okay, right? But Edison is probably the best goalkeeper for distributing the ball probably in the world right now. Nobody's better than him.
Yeah,
No one.
I think Stefan just needs time. Maybe he improve, because to be honest with you, I was about to say that I think Stefan, apart from the few mistakes he made, but it's because of not being sharp. He's a very good shot
Because of the
stopper,
lack
and
of games, basically.
there's few shots that Edison has let in the Champions League where you've said, you could have stopped that. You know that Edison, you could have stopped that, because that one where Burnley, where Canote went through on goal. That's how Canote scored against us in the Champions League again. Through on goal, and Edison didn't back himself to be big. It went
Yeah,
between his legs. So
yeah,
look, we're gonna move on to the Club Brugge and versus Man City game, which is the Champions League game. I'm just going to bring up the table here so that everybody is aware where we stand on the table, and also we can see games on and everything. So that's basically where we are right now, gents. I don't know if any of you guys can see that.
yep. See it.
Yeah, so basically, PSG is number one. We've all played two games. PSG have won and drawn. They drew against Club Brugge. Club Brugge are number two. They've got 4 points. They drew against PSG and they beat Leipzig. So Leipzig
We
are
can
the weak.
still top the group. You know that
Yeah,
there's still a chance of us topping the group if we beat Club Brugge twice and we beat RB Leipzig and PSG. We can still top the group.
yeah. That's true. Yeah, but we're just saying as we are. This is where we stand, and you're right
Mm.
about that. So Carl, you want to take this away? So I know you've been studying Club Brugge. So what are you going to tell us about this team?
Yeah, so I studied the two of their games, the one against PSG and the one against RB Leipzig. I watched the whole game. I took a lot of notes. I have a lot of notes that I'm going to talk to right here. They're a good team. They are a
Yeah.
very good team. In terms of what they are like, they are like a very good Leicester side.
Mm.
They play 4-4-1-1, so they play four in the back, four midfield, and then a 1-on-1. And the way they play the 4-4, not a 4-4-2, a 4-4-4-1-1, 4-4-1-1. And what happens is that the 4-4-1-1, they kind of combine and rotate between each other, right?
Yeah.
They kind of create that layoff. They have very positive, high energy. They're a very positive, high energy team. They have great movement off the ball. In fact, the goal that they scored against PSG was only because of the movement off the ball, right? So what I mean by that is one person has the ball, another person runs behind. They know where everybody is. They have that good peripheral vision to see where the players are supposed to be. They're very good on the transition, right? They play 1-2 touch football. That's what they do. 1-2 touch. No overplaying, no overthinking, no 1-2 touch football. They play a mid block out of possession. So what that means is that when they're out of possession, unlike like the Burnley or like some of the teams that we played against, would do a very deep block where they're basically camped in the 18-yard box. They don't do that. They actually play in the middle third of the field, but they create that 4-4-1 block in the mid block, which means that if you lose the ball in that space and they transition you, they kill you off. That's how they beat RB Leipzig. Like I said, they play like Leicester City when they were really, really good. A lot of long balls, a lot of counter-attacking, counter-pressing. Their strengths, they have two players that are really, really good. There's one guy called De Ketelera. He's a young kid. I think he's 19 or 20. He plays as the one striker. And then behind him is Hans Van Aken. He plays that creative number 10 role behind the striker. But they all play, they use the flanks a lot. They're really good at counter-pressing, winning the ball back, and transitioning. They have this weird way of playing where they hunt in packs. So let's say, Messi has the ball, like 3 or 4 players will press him, right? And if they don't win the press and it goes to somebody else, the nearest player to that person will mark that person one-on-one. So they counter press in packs, but they also do one-on-one as well. It's a really weird system, which puts a lot of pressure on the opposing teams. So their weaknesses, they play a high line, okay? Which means that if we can keep control and our passing is crisp, we can break the lines and score. Their center backs are a little weak. So if we're good, that's why I don't want Sterling anywhere near that team, right? Or Mahrez. Jesus, Foden, play a false nine of Bernardo Silva or somebody else in the middle, or even Liam Delap if you have to. Okay. Their front two are isolated. And so if you have a back three or back 4.5, 3.5, you can have them 2 versus our 3, which you'll be able to keep control of them. And we have to take our chances when we get them. The reason why they tied with PSG and then they also beat Leipzig because those guys didn't take their chances.
So it's a team that you have to take your chances or you're going to get stung.
You have to.
I can't hear you guys.
Can you not hear us? We can hear both of us. We
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
We can hear you. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can't hear you guys.
Your Wi-Fi is probably bad, Adam.
Yeah, his Wi-Fi is probably bad. So you're saying it's a team that if you don't take your chances, are they one of those teams that come back maybe in the second half? Are they the teams that they soak all the pressure? They let you have the ball, soak all the pressure?
No. They're a consistent 7 over 10, 8 over 10 kind of team. Right from the whistle to the end, they counter press, they possess, they pass the ball, the transition. They're not afraid. They are not afraid. Think of so no, Leicester kind of sits back and counter attacks. They don't do that. They're a combination of like Atalanta, unafraid with the ball, but then with the Leicester transition.
Okay.
So they're a dangerous team. They're
So
a really dangerous team.
So Man City are gonna have to be on the A game on this
All
one.
you have to be in your A game. You're going to have to be in your A game. And again, because of the fact that they're a point up, right? You're going to have to be in your A game. If you start playing inverted wingers against them, where Mahrez will lose the ball or Sterling will lose the ball, you're going to get killed. You will get killed. So we have to be on our A game. Forget about the fact that they're in Belgium in the Belgian league and they're Belgian champions. They know how to win. It's their stadium. They don't lose many games in their stadium. They played against Mbappe and Messi and Neymar, and they almost won the game. Okay, so if we go into that game, with a crazy formation of those two inverted wingers, and we lose the ball, we're going to lose. We are going to lose. We have to be really sharp. We have to be able to press them, win the ball back, and be deadly in front of the goal. No faffing around. Very clear, very clean. Or else we're not going to get anything out of the game.
Yeah, because right now, as we stand, I think we're in. Can you hear us now, Adam?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, right now as we stand, we're in the Europa sort of area.
Yeah, but I mean, don't worry about the position. Right?
I no, 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 no. I'm not very worried. I think, but I think we have to be careful though. This is just me. I think this group is unpredictable. I don't know if you guys agree with
No,
me.
you see, I have
Regardless the fact that we might think that Leipzig are whipping boys and Brugge are not that strong, they are
Like
very
someone,
unpredictable teams. This
yeah,
if you take this group lightly, you will find yourself in a position you don't
mm.
want to be. That's just my opinion.
It's
Because
like someone had to go at me for saying that I said to them that Gabriel Jesus is he offers better defensively than what a Riyad Mahrez and Sterling
that's not the
offers.
yeah, he
question.
And
does.
I
He,
said
he
that,
does. That's why they
I
like
said
him.
that, and you know what someone said to me?
Mm.
Someone said to me, "Oh, what football are you watching for you to say that?"
The
And
football, the football
the
that we all watch at the same time. Because to be
legit,
honest, yeah, Jesus is actually better at defending and pressing, and he's less selfish than both of
yeah,
them, and that's the truth. So
that's the truth. How many,
any, anybody with
how many times you see Riyad Mahrez cutting in with his left foot and not passing, even if he sees a player in a good position, he doesn't pass.
yeah,
anybody with half a brain knows that Jesus is better defensively than Mahrez. It's not even close. He has more energy. He works better. He's better on the ball. He goes out wide. I can tell. Out of 10 chances, Mahrez will go out, come back, check back in 9 times. Now imagine you're a defender. You know the guy's going to check back in on his left foot. Easy for you to mark him. It's easy.
Yeah,
It's predictable. Sterling's going to check back on his right foot on the left side. It's easy for you to mark him. Just block the
but
space.
like with Gabriel Jesus, he's unpredictable. You see him 1 minute at this place, 1 minute over there, 1 minute you see her. That's what I
he,
like about Gabriel Jesus. He's not always in one position. He's
Yeah.
unpredictable. 1 minute you see him behind you, the next thing he's on the left side of you, he's on the right side of you.
Yeah.
He offers much more than what Sterling and Riyad Mahrez offers
yeah, that's
on a
actually
wing.
true.
I mean,
You're actually right, and they
there's
bring energy, Foden, Jesus, Bernardo are players that bring energy. I think Foden, Jesus, and Bernardo, if they played the final of the Champions League, we could have had a different,
well, I
like
mean,
if all three. I mean, like all three, like that, like all of them together. I think we would
yeah,
have had a different outcome in that Champions
Mm.
League.
Patrick, I raised a question last week about the
Hmm.
Champions League final,
Hmm.
and I asked this question to everyone. I said, what was the reason? What was the reason Guardiola didn't start 2 defensive midfielders that we have? What was the reason?
To
I still
facilitate
have
Sterling.
I still have no answer. I
I
can
have
be
the
honest
answer.
with you.
I have the answer. I have the answer.
Yeah, give us the answer because I have no answer at all for that.
The
I
answer,
was just surprised.
which goes back to the answer, was because he wanted to play Sterling. The only way to play Sterling in that team, you can't take out Gundogan, right, because of his form last year. Couldn't take out Foden because Foden has been great in semifinals. Couldn't take out what's the name, Kevin De Bruyne, right? Couldn't take out Mahrez because Mahrez was great in the Champions League, right? The only change between the teams that won the semifinals and the final was inclusion of Raheem Sterling on the left-hand side, which means somebody had to drop. The only person that could drop was a defensive midfielder. And so he compromised by playing Gundogan in that role. And yet, this guy wants to leave because he doesn't get game time. Yeah, but in the final, and he mentioned in his press conference that, hey, didn't I play this guy in the Champions League final? That's when he
Yeah.
clicked for me. That this guy basically sacrificed two holding midfielders because he wanted to play Sterling on the left hand side. And what happened? 1-on-1 with the keeper, drops the ball.
Yeah, he had a chance in, is it 15 minutes when Edison put it over
Yeah.
the defense, and if it was somebody else, that's going in the back of the net. But anyway, so let's move on to this game, guys. We're gonna move on to the lineup. Who do you want to see play in this? We're gonna create the lineup together,
Okay.
right here, just together, because for me this is the odd lineup, but we're going to clear this one up. I'll just start from there. We'll start from there. Are we sure about Edison and Jesus for this game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was just only for Burnley, the Burnley game.
Yeah, here they're in Belgium right now as we speak.
I
That's
don't know
that's staying
because
there. I just saw that.
apparently they were gonna send a private jet to pick them up. Apparently.
Yeah, because I saw an article just a few minutes ago before we went live. It says Jesus and um, Edison are in Belgium. They're not going to come to City. They're going to stay there instead to make it easy,
Probably,
so they don't have
probably.
to quarantine and stuff.
Maybe,
So
maybe.
yeah, so look, we're going to start off this. Carl, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Adam. I'm going to give you the defense.
Okay.
Then Carl, I'll give you the midfield.
All
Then
right.
we will all share the front three. Is that fair?
Yep.
Because Carl, I know you like the midfield, or maybe am I wrong? Or
no,
you want to?
I like the whole thing.
You know what? No, Carl, no. I'll give you the front three because I know you have so much to bring on the front three. So I'll give you the front three. So look, we're gonna start off with we obviously Adam, me and Carl will also jump in for the defense and give
Right.
you a few questions and ask you the reason why you're picking a certain player. So so in goal, are we going Stefan again, or it's going to be Edison?
No,
It's
you
gonna be Edison. Edison's gonna come back in.
has to be.
It
And
has to be.
the reason why Adam says Edison, I agree with Adam, is because of the fact that Bruges like to, again, the mid block, right? The way
Yeah.
you beat the mid block is by doing what? Is by those balls over the top that Edison
Long
can
ball.
play to the wide wingers, right? That's how you
Yeah.
beat them. If not, if you play Stefan there, they're going to press you to death, I counter press you, and you lose the ball and you score a goal.
Okay, so we're going Edison in goal. So who's playing at the right hand side, Cancelo or Walker?
Walker.
You know what? I'm
Has to
probably
Walker.
gonna say Laporte, and you know why I say Laporte?
On the right,
The right hand
Because,
as a winger. Are you talking about a winger?
on
oh,
the
are
right.
you talking about defense?
Yeah, we're talking about the right back.
Right,
Right back.
right back. Oh, Kai Walker. Sorry.
Yeah, we were wondering that. Are you tinkering already?
Eh,
For a minute there, I thought you were tinkering for a minute. So okay, so what about this side? Is it going to be John Stones because he played very well? That
I think
tackle
it's
was
gonna be.
super.
I think it's gonna be Laporte because it's for the similar reason to what Carl said for Edison.
Laporte is a left-footed one.
Left sided defender.
So I'll probably
So
put Diaz on the right, then maybe, and
yeah,
then
I'm pretty.
Laporte on, and
I'm pretty
then
sure. Why are you not
and
going
then
for John
Laporte.
Stones?
I think it will be Laporte on the left, but it's similar reason to what Carl said for Edison. And when it comes for me, by far, Laporte is the best left-footed centre back in the world by far.
Absolutely. And I want to
By
make sure that
far, it's like
Adam,
one. I don't know which manager said it when Laporte played when we played them, and he said that Laporte was tearing our team apart.
yeah,
Do you not remember a Premier League manager said that? He
It
said
was
Laporte.
West Brom, the
Yeah,
first one. What's his
he,
name?
he-
Salvage. What? The guy used to be at West Ham. What's his
I don't
name?
know, but he said, yeah,
The
he
guy with
said
the he,
what's his name? I know the guy you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
he said Laporte is so talented, and that's what I feel like. What Carl said for Edison will be the similar reason why I could see Laporte playing, because he loves to do that diagonal pass to the wingers, and he's by far the best left-footed centre back
Yeah.
in the Premier League and in the world.
Yeah. And
Okay,
I
cool.
want to clarify what Adam is saying here, make it very clear. Adam's
Yeah.
not saying he's the best left-sided centre back. What Adam is saying, he's the best left-footed centre back in the world, which I can't think of anyone better. Again, he's a left-footed centre back, not a left-sided centre back. So Van Dijk can play the left side of Liverpool's defense, right? But he's a right-footed centre back. But the natural left-footed centre back, there's no one better than American Port.
Yeah, that's good. That's good that you clarify that, because some people would be attacking, saying, "What
Yeah,
are you guys talking about?" Not knowing that Laporte is left-footed, and that's why we call him the best left-footed centre back. No, it's not the fact that we're saying it's the left back, the left centre back who's playing. Okay, it's a centre back who's playing left. It's a left-footed centre back playing left. Is one of the best, or not if the best. So what are we gonna go with? Uh, this one, Carl, I'll give it to you, because you always say sometimes it's good to play natural footed players where they are. So are you going with Cancelo or this? So we're going to see Zinchenko or Ake play here again.
No, never Ake for me. No, it's not good enough for me. It has to be Cancelo, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It has to be Cancelo. Even though he's a right-footed player, I think because of his run of games and his fitness level, we'll probably use him instead of Zinchenko.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. I'm pretty sure we can all agree that Rodri has been in form, and there's no way Fernandinho is coming in this team unless Rodri is injured, isn't it?
yeah.
So we're gonna put Rodri as a defensive mid. For me, this is why I wanted a younger DM to be around for the last years of Fernandinho. Even some people were saying no, he still has got a few years inside him. After what I saw against Southampton, I think I just put it to bed. I don't know about you guys. I said I think his time is up. I think he can't play against very high pressing teams and very physical teams. Yes, maybe we would get away with playing Fernandinho in a cup game, but I think if it's a proper high pressing intense team, I don't think Fernandinho can do it. Is that me being harsh?
No, I think you're right. I think you're right. I mean, everybody realized that the guy's like 36 years old now. Is he right?
Yeah, 36,
So,
37, yeah.
and what happens with athletes sometimes when they get to that peak, the drop from that height, boom, is quick. It's not like you kind of drop slowly. Some players kind of drop slowly.
Yeah.
Others just drop, man. The drop is just look at Aguero when he got injured, right? When he got injured, the drop was just boom, suddenly. So yeah. There's no way Fernandinho plays.
Yes. So, what about for this game? Gundogan is back. He's had training. He's trained in. Do we throw him back into this, or we still go with the same midfield? Because
I
for me,
wouldn't chuck him in
I'm a
straight
bit
away.
scared with De
For
Bruyne
me,
playing a lot of games.
for me, I
That's
wouldn't
what
chuck
makes
him in
me.
straight away. It's better that we say we ease him into the team, say like the last 20 or 30 minutes. We don't want to chuck him in and then he gets an injury again. It's better to just ease him into the team
Yeah. So who are you playing in midfield?
Yeah, let's not.
slowly.
I'll give Carl the right hand sided.
Ronaldo and De Bruyne. I'm sure of it. It will be KDB and De Bruyne and Bernardo, sir.
Okay, cool. Do you agree with that, Carl?
Yeah, I agree with that, and I think the reason why I agree with what Adam is saying is the fact that it's the opposition you're playing against. The opposition are fit, they're fast, they do quick one-touch football. You cannot play a player who's coming off of injury and we're in a Champions League game and expect him to be match fit to that level. If you do that, you run the risk of transition. Remember, they play a mid-block, so this area of the field is going to be critical of not losing the ball.
And it is a must-win game, by the way, guys. I think for me, it's a must-win. I know some people might be like, no, it's not a must-win because we have more games to play. I think we have to win this one. We have to. We shouldn't draw against Brugge because we'll give them hope. You know that if we draw, we give them hope. We'll give them hope.
It's not a must. The must-win is one of hope.
We should not be complacent, basically.
Right.
Yeah, we shouldn't. Yeah.
I agree with that, but the must-win is one that's going to be at home. But this is not. This for me is the must not lose. But a win is good, but must not lose.
Don't you think that if we give them a draw, we give them hope?
No, because you're on the same points.
Yeah, because I think we're on 4. We're on 3, and they have 4, if I'm correct.
Yeah, so if you give them a point, then it's a point, and still then bring them back home next week and batter them.
Yeah, because what I'm thinking is I think we should just put them away. I think the best we should do is put them away.
I agree with you. You want to win all the games, but again, the goal here is to qualify. Right?
Yeah.
It's to qualify.
That's the first and foremost.
Yeah. Not who's first, not who's second. Qualified by every. I mean, think about Atalanta. Atalanta lost their first 3 or 4 games to qualify,
and they're still
Liverpool in the year that they won the Champions League lost every single away game in the group stage against Red Star Belgrade against
Barcelona, I think as well.
some other team that they played. I think it was some Italian team they played. They lost 3 away games, and they still won the Champions League. So it's about getting through the group stage and then looking for the round of 16.
Okay, great. So we're playing Bernardo next to De Bruyne. Now, Carl, I'm gonna leave this one with you because I know this is where you're always very you criticize Pep majority of the times because of his front three. Because
So
sometimes you say he puts a certain players just because he wants to make them happy while we're supposed to win. So now I've given you the keys. Now the team is yours at the front. Who are you playing? By the way, Jack Grealish did not touch any minute of the Burnley game. He was put on the bench.
yep, yep.
What do you
So
think? Was he put on the bench because he's been kept for this game, or he was put on the bench because he hasn't been playing as good as
so
we
I
were
would not be
expecting him to
surprised
play?
if he ends up
there's
playing.
there are 2 players that must play the front 3. 2 players that must play.
Foden and Jesus.
Phil Foden on the left and Gabriel Jesus on the right. Period.
Okay, good. I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna put them in. So you say Foden,
Yep.
and you say Jesus.
Yep. Have to play. Now,
And then Sterling through the middle.
well, and so the middle question now becomes who would I prefer to play in the middle based on a number of factors. One, speed of play. Okay, may not be good at finishing, but he creates chances. His movement is great. For me, it only has to be Raheem Sterling. Has to be Raheem Sterling.
Okay, Raheem.
Yep.
Okay, Raheem the Dream. Okay.
Yep.
We have Raheem. So so this is the team you want to go with. Why are you not playing Jack Grealish?
Because Raheem Sterling's movement as that number 9, false 9, is better than Jack Grealish's. The issue for me is Grealish is best on the left, but Foden is better on the left.
Yep.
So I have to pick one or the other. I have to pick Foden because Foden is a natural left footer on the left hand side. He can stretch the field.
Okay, let me ask you this question. How about this? What if you move Foden to the middle and then you play Grealish to the left? What do you think of that?
Foden will be lost. Foden can't play for false 9. We lose every bit of creativity and spark if we move to a false 9.
Okay.
He gets lost.
Right.
You have to play Foden on the left hand side, which means that the compromise has to be Raheem Sterling through the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna post that on Twitter after we're done with this stream. So, guys, there in the comments, so guys watching, so we're going with Edison in goal, Cancelo at the left, Laporte as the left centre back, Diaz as the right centre back, Walker for his pace and obviously cutting off counters, Rodri, who's been in amazing form as the number 6, and then Bernardo is going to be playing as usual, so he can help Rodri and also help with the attack. De Bruyne maybe might get back to full form. Look, let's be honest, he's actually scoring scores in important games, so maybe this season we're gonna get a De Bruyne that scores more than assists less.
And Patrick, don't forget, De Bruyne is going back to Belgium.
Yeah.
He knows those players. He knows the league. That's where he grew up. They love him there. They know him.
Yeah.
So let's not
I
forget
think
that as well.
did he not come from Club Brugge Academy? If I'm correct,
I'm not sure. I know he was at
I think he
other
was
club.
Anderlecht or one of the two. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I know he was at some club. Of course, it was at some club in Belgium, but he knows that place very well. In fact, the guys who are the best guys in Club Brugge are his teammates in Belgium. That kid, the Catalera, and then the guy, the other, Van Aken. They're both friends.
You know what I would love to hear. I would love to hear that Bernardo Silva has signed a new contract. This guy, the club need to give him what he's deserved. I think he's he's not one of the highest, but he's like he earns less than some of the other players. He deserves the amount of stuff that he does for this club. He deserves to be paid more.
You know, Bernardo Silva can actually play, in my opinion, number 6.
Yep.
Right. Let's say, for God forbid, that Rodri is injured or Gundogan's injured, and then Fernandinho's not around. Bernardo Silva can play number 6 for me. He's smart enough. He works hard enough. He closes down well enough. He knows the game. He can play number 6. He's that good. He can play number 8. He can play number 10. He can play number 6. What he can't play is number 9.
Yeah, because you know what? If you take Bernardo Silva and start putting him at the top, you are ruining that energy in midfield. Because look, that's what I keep saying. If Bernardo Silva played the Champions League final, I think there's a different story. There is a different story. I know, Carl. It just hurts him to say, why the hell was he benched, and why the hell did he play whatever he played? Look, let's just move on from that. Anyway, so who's that? Is that
That's not me.
who- Oh, it's always Mike is that. So, guys, let's go to the big one before we close out, guys. Carl, do you have anything to say before we do the predictions?
No, I think it's a good system. It's a good formation. I think it's what he's probably going to play. I think his Grealish is being rested for the game on Saturday, or when is it? Yeah, against
Burnley.
is
Oh,
being rested.
you mean the next game we're playing? You think
Yeah,
that's what he's
Yeah,
going
the
to play?
Premier League game.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
What's
yeah.
our next Prem game? I keep forgetting. What's the next
I
one?
think it's who is it? It's away, right? Who are we playing? We're playing Palace.
I think so.
Yeah,
Crystal Palace. Okay, bear with me if I'm in
I think it's Palace.
No, it's actually Brighton.
Oh,
Oh,
Brighton. Brighton. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually Brighton. So we're gonna play Brighton at 5:30. Then in the cup games, we're gonna play West Ham away. Then after West Ham, we're going to play Crystal Palace at home. Then
Yeah.
Club Brugge at home. That's on the 3rd of November. Wait. 3rd of November.
you know
Then
the thing. You know what? You know I have to say something about Newcastle. People
yeah,
say, the Newcastle owner then richer than City. Isn't if you do your own research, it's not bloody the king that owns it. Even the Premier League did it and said, listen to Newcastle, you have to bring us before even they approve and signed this papers. They said, listen, we want evidence here that what's his name, the king, has no part of the thing.
yeah, I think Kara has something to back
So
you up.
I want to explain to all City fans and how what exactly this whole deal is about. So we're very clear, very
Yeah.
clear. So all this media hype is all nonsense. It's absolute nonsense, and I'm surprised that the media is getting away with this.
Yeah,
Saudi Arabia has what they call a sovereign wealth fund,
yeah,
right? Which they use money to invest in investments abroad. Some
yeah.
investments in the US, some in the UK, some in Australia and China. They use that money on behalf of the people of Saudi Arabia to invest abroad. Okay, right? That 320 billion is not money for Newcastle. It's the investment fund that's used for investments outside of Saudi Arabia. So some
Thank
of that
you
money
very
is going
much.
to go
Tell
towards
them.
Newcastle, right?
Yeah.
Let me show you. So they talk about 320 billion, right? Abu Dhabi's investment fund, Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, Adia's own
600 and
sovereign fund
something billion.
is $620 billion. So it's twice as much as Saudi Arabia's own. The biggest sovereign wealth fund in the world is from Norway, 1 point something trillion dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's be clear. This is not 320 billion just for Newcastle. This is a fund, a sovereign wealth fund that is used to invest in businesses across the whole world, which a portion of that goes towards things like Newcastle.
Education and all.
The city example is Sheikh Mansour being an independent owner and a wealthy person, investing his own capital in a club in England, not the
Yes.
sovereign wealth fund. It's like me saying, hey, I am from Nigeria or I'm from the US, right? I have 22 billion. I'm going to buy this club and it's my club. Versus, hey, it's a Nigerian wealth fund on behalf of the Nigerian people. We're going to invest in a club. One investment out of hundreds that we have. So let's be clear. And I'm surprised, Patrick and Adam, that this narrative I don't understand why people can't do their research and look at the facts. And
You know what it is? With some people, it's like they want others to help them to think for them, and they don't think for themselves.
Yeah, the thing is, like it's a fantasy. As soon as somebody buys you, you're like, oh, we're rich. I think that's what it is. People just say, oh, you're bought by this, you're rich, and this and that. I think they're not looking deep. As you say, Charlie says, hi, guys. And he also says, how are we all doing? Thanks for joining us, Charlie. You've joined us a bit late now because we're about to go into the predictions and you're going to have to rewatch the whole thing to check the
Completely
post-match.
understand.
Yeah, so it looks like that's it, Carl. It looks like people but I don't blame the Newcastle fans. They've been crying for something, so that everybody's looking. Hey, what's that? Okay, everybody's looking to win the lotto like we did. So I think everybody's just happy.
I mean, I'm happy for them. I'm very, very happy for them. But with that happiness comes a level of expectation to say, look, guys, be very clear that 320 billion is not yours. It's a pot of money for investments abroad outside of Saudi Arabia. And so a portion of that is going to be used towards the club in infrastructure. Oh, and by the way, the maximum you can spend is 190 million pounds. That's the maximum you can spend because of FFP. Now, hopefully, Patrick and Adam, you stay in the Premier League. Because if you get relegated to the championship, you can have $2 trillion. It makes no difference. Because FFP now really begins to bite you.
It
So
rampants up.
it's different. People should do their research and stop listening to these pundits and the media that create these narratives. That's not me, by the way. For clicks,
I think that's Adam's. That's Adam's mic. Adam, that's your mic.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
gotta
you're right.
think about exactly what, understand the facts and do the research. I'm shocked that the even media on TV, even here in America, NBC was saying, "Oh, richest club in the whole world." How? Because they're part of an investment fund. Are they going to spend 20 billion on them alone? How does that work? How? Richest club in the world, richest club in England is Manchester United. Biggest revenue. Richest club in the world is probably going to be a Real Madrid. Probably Manchester United in terms of revenue. Followed by Real Madrid. So what are we talking about here?
Yeah, I think it's just, as I said, everybody wants to win the. So look, we're going to move on to the prediction. I'm going to start with you, Carl. What do you think? What do you think is going to be the scoreline for Club Brugge versus Man City on Tuesday?
I think it's going to be 2-0 to City.
2-0 to City. Goal scorers?
I'm going Phil Foden, and I'm going Gabriel Jesus.
Okay. What about you, Adam? Can you finally hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Yeah, Charlie says he's going to rewatch the whole thing. Yeah, so Charlie, you're gonna have to watch 53 minutes. Thanks for that. Thanks, big up for your support, man. Big up for your support, Charlie, and big up to everybody who's been watching this on Twitter, because I know there's a lot of people watching it on Twitter. But as I also say, Carl has got YouTube channel. It was supposed to merge, but it failed. It merged with Adams instead, because Adam, I think why it merged with Adams, Carl, is because Adam, I sent him your link, so he clicked it first. So Adam linked first, so you can't link again. So next time, I think I'll send you your link first, so we'll be able to do it at the same time. So Adam, so what do you think is going to be the score for the Club Brugge versus Man City game on Tuesday?
I'm going for 3-0.
Oh, 3-0. Wow, strong 3-0. Who's going to score?
Bernardo, and it could be a surprise. Cancelo, maybe with a wild shot, and the other one maybe. I'm hoping Sterling could score, but I don't know if he would. The other one will probably be Phil Foden.
Yeah, for me, I think it's going to be a 2-1. I think they might score. I think they'll score against us. I just feel like they'll score. So I feel like Foden for me and De Bruyne again will score. Foden and De Bruyne will score in this game. So anyway, guys, is there anything else you want to add, Carl, on this before we close?
No, I just think that everybody just needs to be optimistic about the club.
Yeah.
We've won the Premier League before. We know how to win a Premier League with or without a striker. All the narrative around, oh, number nine. Oh, you don't have a Ronaldo. You don't have Lukaku. You don't have a number 9. Well, did they score this weekend?
No, they
No.
didn't. And the team with Ronaldo lost 4-2.
No.
Yeah.
So, you deal with the hand that's been given to you, and you play it based on that system. Now,
I
do
feel
we,
like
do
the
we, do
players
we
are
need a
trying
number
to get
9
him
in the
still.
future? If Haaland comes out, do I want him? Absolutely. But enjoy the ride, guys. We're playing well. Right? This time last year, we were 8th or 12th or something ridiculous.
Yeah, we were. We were in a very bad position, and everybody thought that's it for us.
Now we're 3rd, right? And we're 2 points behind, and we played all of our peers except for Man United.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Have you guys noticed this before we close up? Have you noticed that United, right? Man United haven't played. No, not United. I'm talking about Liverpool. Have you looked at the teams Liverpool have played so far? Have you noticed
Yeah.
that when they have played decent teams, it also goes for United? Liverpool and United, I'm not saying anything against them, but Liverpool and United, when they've come up against decent teams, it's been a draw or a
Mm.
loss. Am I the one who's seen that? Especially Liverpool. If you look at the list of Liverpool, Liverpool haven't played the big boys yet. They haven't played. They played Chelsea, and that's it.
Yeah.
And they drew against Chelsea. They played a half decent team in Brentford. They drew against Brentford. Apart from that, they have played Norwich. Apart from that, they have played Watford. They haven't played anybody who is looking to be in the top six apart from Chelsea.
And
Am I
City.
the one who's seen that? So Liverpool haven't had a lot of tests yet. It was actually City that were thrown in the deep end because we were thrown against Arsenal, even though people might think Arsenal is no longer a top six team. We're thrown against Chelsea. We're thrown in against Liverpool. We've
And
already
Tottenham.
been thrown against Tottenham. Four teams that are difficult to play against.
And
Or
Leicester City.
only, yeah,
And
what?
Leicester City.
And
And
Leicester
Leicester City.
City. You see, and Leicester City. But who have Liverpool played so far? If you think about it, they haven't played much. And then if you go to Man United, when they've come against a decent team, they have drawn or lost.
I mean, to be fair, I mean Chelsea also played some very difficult games as well, right?
Hmm.
They played Liverpool away at Anfield, and they did well. They got a one. We got a point. They played Tottenham. They beat Tottenham. They played us, and we beat them comfortably at Chelsea. So they've actually played well as well. So again, I think to your point, it's going to be a good race. I think what you're seeing now, Patrick Adam, is a separation of the top four, top three from everybody else.
Hmm.
And I don't look at the table right now. I wait till after Christmas. After Christmas, let's kind of see where everybody is.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
City have not been top at Christmas except for one season in the 100-point season.
yeah.
We've always been behind, but in the final stretch, we've always kind of pulled away. And I think it's going to be the same again this year.
Yeah, so what do you guys think in the comments? Whoever's watching this, thank you for Charlie for being with us, even but you were late. The guys on Twitter, please go to my YouTube channel, that's True City Fan. Go to Carl's channel, that's Pitch Points. And also go to Adam's channel, please. Adam's channel is just named Adam. Uh, Adam, what's your name of your channel again? It's just named Adam, isn't it?
Yeah, just Adam.
Yeah, go give Adam a few subscribers there. He might need some, isn't it, Adam?
I'm not as famous as you.
I'm not famous, Adam, at all. None of us are famous here. We're just doing this for the love of football. I'd rather just have a few subscribers who are able to watch and obviously interact with us, which is great. So anyway, guys, that's all for tonight. That was the
Okay.
post-match reaction to the Burnley versus Man City, and also the match preview of the Club Brugge versus Man City. We might do another one after the Champions League game. I don't know if you guys are free on Tuesday, on Wednesday. I might be free on Wednesday myself, so we might do another one, and hopefully, majority of you guys will be with us because I know most times City fans after the game you're very active because every time we play a game and I go live, all of you guys jump on. So, guys, till next time, see you.